Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Kamen Rider Build. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, then get us going. Alright, so I'm learning about these characters. I'm learning who they are and what they do and why they look this way. But I don't know about this one. Have no idea why he's called Build. Because you build with him? Because I don't know. Don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna try to learn as I go and figure this out. I like him. He looks cool. I like the the feel of him. But yeah, don't know anything about him. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend and try to make you understand that, or try to trick you into thinking like, oh yeah, I know this and I know that, and look at these, and ooh, check these out. I just like the way I've been a Kamen Rider fan, but honestly, from a long time ago. I'm an old man, and I have liked him back from the original. Like, what was he, the grasshopper look? So I don't know anything about this new one. I'll be honest with you. I was looking into like, what can I draw? What can I try to draw that will make people want to watch these videos or want to learn how to draw? And I saw that Kamen Rider was still happening. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. I love that show, So looking into it, I am learning about all these next waves, and it's really interesting and really cool. But again, like I said, I'm not familiar with it, so I'm not going to even pretend that I understand any of it. But like I said, if nothing else, I like the way he looks, So, that being said, here we go. Alright, so, let's see. So yeah, I've drawn a couple already, and I see that, the certain ones, they are a certain thing. Like the last guy was a watch, right? And that was really cool. But this one, I don't know what he is. I don't know why he's called Build. Like, I get it. A lot of it's like designed for toys now. That's the way of the world. They gotta make those sales. They gotta, have a reason for... Sorry if you shake when I do that, but they got to have a reason for, a way to make money to make more of them, right? I get it. So, it's a lot about toys, and I want the toys, so I'm not complaining. I'm not saying, oh, it's all marketing, it's all about toys. Yeah, heck yes, I love toys, I love models, so toys are pretty much just more affordable models. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I understand like the last one, that he was like a watch, right? And that these things on their belts are basically, the little fighter, like little fighter toys, that you fight with each other and all that stuff. I get it. But like I said, I don't know what this one is. Why he's called Build. I just assume it's because you can build stuff with him, right? Find a good picture of his face. Okay. And sorry if I go quiet, because sometimes I start concentrating. And I don't know, maybe you don't want to hear me talk all the time. But you know what? I also believe that no one is here. No one is watching this talking part. So I'm just going to keep talking to myself more than anything. But sometimes when I go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing. Okay, now the cool thing about this guy is he's very, what do you call it, stripey. Like, I just got to find the pattern and just move across. That's basically him. But I've got to get the sketch in first. Then I can add all this detail. And I think I've got it. I think I can move across now. And so now I'm going to go ahead and start to add some of these lines to emphasize his going across-age type look. All right. Okay, and I'll try not to spend too much time drawing here because I know we need to get to the inky part, right? That's what you're here for. But I gotta get some of it down, right? I gotta get you something to draw. The other hard part is too, there's not a lot of pictures of this character. So I'm kind of trying to figure this out as I go. But I think I got it. Okay, but that's how usually it is with all the characters I pick. Well, I mean, unless it's something like from a movie that has a lot of movie stills, a lot of times I have to basically take pictures, or take the pictures that exist of the character and think about how it would look in this position, and then, redraw it. Okay, so here we go. Oh, okay, I see. So, let me erase some of this. So it's got some kind of handle that you crank. Got it. Okay. Then something shoots off, maybe? Like these little doohickeys. Okay, so there's another thing, is I'm not going to be able to draw all the detail because, again, I'm just kind of going by what I can see or what is available to me, and I can't see every single little detail, so we're just gonna go with what I can do. Alright. Oops, lost my picture here. Where's his pants? Okay, there we go. Alright, so same thing for his pants. It's that whole stripy thing going across. So let me draw some anatomy real fast, and then we'll add the stripy line details, right? Okay. Not too bad. I like where I'm going with this. Okay, now, here's where he's got some strange detail. Why is there a spring going around his leg? Don't know, but I'm going to draw it. Going to add it on. And you guys can tell me about it later. Tell me about it after class. Okay, this one is just the old stripy stripes going across. Okay. All right, I think I am. It looks like a mummy. He's got a lot of stripes, so I'm gonna have to determine which lines I'm gonna add, which ones I'm not. But I think I'm ready to go and switch over to Sharpies now. I need to erase some of these darker lines, or sorry, the faint lines. So I guess the darker lines too. This is way too dark for a Sharpie. And I just need a ghost of an image to draw. So I'm just gonna erase what I did here and leave myself just a faint outline of what I'm going to draw. That way the Sharpie stands out and not the pencil line. If you're working with pencil, just start drawing darker. That's basically all you got to do. Okay. All right, I think I'm ready to go. And let's welcome everybody that jumped or that skipped over to this portion of the video. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a drawing every single day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point and can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. So I've sketched the entire thing out and I've erased a majority of it. Now what's left is a faint ghost of an image that usually I make with a special computer, but this time I'm doing it with a Sharpie. I'm sorry, with an eraser. So I'm going to take the fine, super fine pen Sharpie and start to add some detail. Let me find a good picture of his face. That way I can get the details right. All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with his big old bug eyes and draw from there. So I'm going to start with the center or his eye tops, the eyelids, right? So I'm going to go out a little further there because that's where that little piece is going to go. But I'm going to go just to about right here on the other side, like that. And that's also going to kind of guide where the edge is going to be. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and just bring it in like this. And that'll help me determine the roundness of the eye and where that's going to go. Same thing here. This one's going to come down and over and up like that. Kind of determine his eye pieces. But this one's got a different, unique design to it that it's kind of like this, kind of a jagged little edge. Okay. I'm going to thicken that up, and it's okay that I'm thickening it up because I'm about to switch over to the big Sharpie after this anyway, and it's going to stand out if I don't. So I'm going to draw his little antenna, which is out like this. That's coming off this eye, and then try to get thinner, taper it off, and follow my sketch, something like that. And again, I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. All right, now for this one, it's like this weird ear thing. I don't know. Okay, so also, I was talking about this in the sketch. I don't know what this is. I'm a fan from a long time ago and just found out that there's like new versions. So I'm intrigued, but I'm also not going to lie that I don't know much about this. So I'm learning and don't know why he's a build. Okay, so that seems like an ear to me, but I don't know. Don't know what that is. So we're just going to keep going with it like it is. So I'm going to come back for the finer detail in a second, but now I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie because I'm going to start working with the actual shape of the head. So I've got him kind of, I need to draw this little piece right here. Oops, why is that a double-edged Sharpie? What is going on there? Because it's in front of him. It's in front of his face, is what I'm trying to say. And now I can draw the shape of it. So I'm going to come up here and do this and go around. And I'm going to do some levels because now he's got the stripey all through his body. He's got that stripey, not tech, but armor. And so I'm going to kind of accent that and do it, give me a place to make some creativity. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of follow my sketch and add the little bumps. Now, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to do just a little bit of something like this, and add like the bumps, just to kind of show. So see what I was doing? I was kind of adding to show that it's raised up, basically is what I'm trying to say. Like that. We're not going to do that all the time, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of little artsy technique that we can use to accent certain parts. Okay. All right. So, like I was talking about in the sketch, I don't think I'm gonna accent all the lines, but because he's got a bunch of them. But I just wanted to show you a few, just to kind of highlight his look. Okay. There we go. And plus, I love making that noise. All right. So let me find a better picture again, real fast. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's come back real fast with this just to add the tiny little So I think this is a combo of the ears. So I'm going to add like, it looked to me like it was 2 layers, but it looks also now that I'm looking at it like it's a combination of the thin ear, thick ear, or antenna and ear, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I just wanted to add that before I go too far with the big fat detail that I can't add. Okay? Alright, so now we're going to draw his armor. So it's going to come over here like this, and this is just a good place to start because we got to start somewhere, because there's so much of it, so much of detailed armor going across him. And again, I think I'm just going to draw the armor, then add the lines as we go to make that determination. Okay, there's his neck, and we're going to draw his collar like that. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw the armor like I see it. And then, like I said, add some finer detail as we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so here's the other side. And that was the edge, but now I'm going to come up here and draw that edge. So, that's what I was saying. So now he's got a bunch of lines. So it's like, do we want to draw them all, or do we want to just emphasize some? And I'm just going to emphasize some. I'm not going to draw every single line. But he does have some unique ones, like this. So I'm going to come back up and add those specific ones. Plus that helps with the color ranging, because that's supposed to be red, 2 blue, and a red. So some of them kind of need to be in there, you know, to kind of show the color spacing. But we're not going to do all of them, okay? So I'm going to draw his shoulder pad up, because I've got this arm up. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the armpit, some of the mech, armor, detailed stuff, and work into the arm over here. And then, let's see. It's going to come in like this, reconnect. There's the arm. Let's connect right there where we weren't connecting. And some of this is now material, so I'm going to add some stress. Because if it's cloth, I like adding stress to the cloth lines. And that way it kind of accents what is armor and what is cloth. I'm just smoothing some of this out that I saw I didn't quite get right. All right. Okay, so here we go. Let's keep going into this arm. And I've got the old classic up, fingers that he's got. I say classic, but like I said, I'm just learning this stuff, so I could be wrong. I'm just going by the pictures I have. Okay, so I'm going to draw the armor on his arm, like this, which is going to go into his little wrist cuff thing. Connect all that like this. There we go. That was a little too blank there. I'm going to try to reconnect all those lines. Okay, and so his hand, we've got just doing basically that. So I'm going to draw his thumb like this. Here's his hand like that, if that helps you. I'll add some more lines in here in a second, and it'll help, it'll show better where we're going with this. So there's his pinky. There's his ring finger and his middle finger and his pointer finger, like that. All right, so let me add just a few more little details, some stress lines on that glove, just to show some detail for you. Something like that, okay? I'll try to clean that up a little bit. All right, one arm down. One arm down. So now we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. Again, not drawing all the details, but a majority of them. Okay, and same thing, we're going to draw just some stressed out cloth. All right. And the little armband thing he's got going over here, the little over-under stripey look, you know. And let's see, so it's going to come here to the elbow. The elbow's kind of pointy. It's got that little extra little jaunty thing on there with the cloth. And there is the raised look to it. The pattern. God, that's the word I was trying to think of. Couldn't think. I was just calling it the raised look. Alright, so I'm going to draw the cuff there. In this hand, I just have pretty much out like that. So we're just going to draw the thumb, the back of the hand, there's the knuckles, and then, sorry, I can't turn. This is hard because I can't turn my paper. So now I'm just going to draw the fingers, then the middle finger, and that's all you're really going to see because everything is so flat on top of itself. So maybe we'll do something like that for the other side of the hand, but that's all we can really do. It's all covered up in the position that it's in that you can't really see itself. Okay, so that's armor. Let's draw some stressed cloth right there, like that, and move on. All right, so his waist, I'm just pretty much going to do this, and then I can add just a few. There's more lines like over there, just a few like this, but they're not as prominent. Don't draw into your drawing like I just did. Look at that goofball. Look what I just did. I messed that up, but that's okay. I can live with it. All right, so let me try to find that little middle thing. So his belt, I get it. Some kind of toy thing, right? So I'm going to try to draw it as best I can without knowing exactly what it is. So there's that. There's the centerpiece. Something like this. Another one inside. And there's like the little handle crank thing that's over here on the side. We're going to draw that with a little handle that he cranks. Don't know what for. I guess these things shoot off. Maybe. Something like that. I don't know. I'm going to talk quieter and higher on pitch like this as I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. And there's the little connecting pieces like this. I'm going to draw... Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing what I think it is. And you know, you're here because you get an idea. I don't. I'm just kind of drawing what I see. And, you know, pretending, faking it till I make it. How's that? Okay, so there's his belt, toy shooter, whatever that is. There we go. We're just going to do that. All right. So now I just pretty much have to draw his leggings with that same pattern. So I'm just going to draw anatomy with just a little bit of extra raised level for the stripy things like that are going around. So I'm going to draw anatomy like this. Going to come down to the leg, going to come up, come over, back down, like this. Just kind of raising where the stripy parts are going to be going across. Like I said, I'm following my sketch, so I kind of know what I'm doing by the planning I had done before. So I have them kind of stretched out here, so that means this material would be stretched out. So I'm going to kind of accent like the stretched out material here, and so when I draw the lines, you'll see what I'm talking about, how they'll follow this pattern, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that means I can draw this like this. So see what I'm saying? I'm drawing like that, but it's supposed to be overlapping itself, so it's got to be planned accordingly to the way that his pants are actually bending. All right, so we're going to do another one here. This. Okay, so again, it all comes down to planning. I planned it to overlap and hit certain parts. Like this. Let's see, there's another one coming down like this. There we go. So now I can kind of draw to connect them like that underneath, because I want those to look a little raised, you know? There we go. Something like that. And so this one, let's see. Oh, this one goes down all the way. Sorry. Like that. Because now that's going to get to that weird little stripy thing. But let's finish up what I was doing here. So I'm going to do kind of like I did there. I'm going to add a few lines. And I'm going to kind of follow the shape of the material to kind of show that it's bent and stressed. Okay? You don't have to draw the exact lines that I'm doing, but just understand that you're drawing perfect lines like this that are going across, now being stressed because they are bent. Okay? So it's not a perfect line anymore. It's all bunged up because of the way that his legs are spread out. Okay, so let's do this little stripy thing. Spring? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just going to kind of draw what I sketched. And I'm going to try to keep it like a thin line. Look, you can see through it. And just imagine that it looks like I'm just drawing circles, right? But I'm just going to imagine that it's a spring, I guess. I don't know. All right, try to connect it to the leg like this. Oops. All right, now I'm going to draw the shoe. Just some kind of spacey shoe. Awesome. How's yours looking? This one's coming out pretty awesome. I'm happy with it. Okay. All right. So let's draw some space tech onto that boot. And again, I'm just kind of making it up. So like I said before, if you don't draw the exact lines I'm doing, that's okay. Don't worry about it. You draw what you think is space tech boots, because that's basically what we're doing. Okay. Alright, so same thing, let's just finish up this leg, which is pretty much just like this, just the stripy stuff going across. So, I'm going to draw like this. And another one like that, connect it, and down to the boot. Okay. So again, space boot. I'm just going to draw some techie space tech boot like that. Going to add a few more extra little details. And again, just kind of want to play around with those stripes. And that. So see, you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing, because I'm just making this up too. I'm just drawing, okay, there's tech boots, you know, that's what tech looks like to me on a space boot. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider Build. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used. Or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.